Wishing my Green Bay Packers all the best today on our road to the Super Bowl. Go, Pack, go! Not one, but two fruit roll-ups in one show. Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura look to be finally getting a legit push. And ahead of a possible huge Royal Rumble win and possible main event with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, Bryan has turned into a jobber? Oh, SmackDown January 15th, 2021, we're gonna talk about it! And Shinsuke Nakamura and Jey Uso start the show. Uso cuts like a 5-minute promo, perhaps, and I'm being generous here, 2 minutes too long. But Shinsuke tells Jey, and I quote, "If Roman's the big dog, then that makes you his little puppy." Oh, damn! Now, Cesaro comes down halfway through the match, and I thought Homeboy was gonna turn on our dude Shinsuke, but nah. He stayed true to the King of Strong style. Nakamura hits Kinshasa and pins Jey Uso. Are they finally pushing this dude? After last week's gauntlet match and this performance over Jey Uso, time will tell. We're not jumping on the parade float just for McMahon to throw the anchor once again. So we shall see. It's looking good for now, though. Moving on. Natty versus Liv Morgan was next. Tamina in Natty's corner, and Ruby Riott and Billie Kay in Morgan's corner. I know this is an unpopular take, but I don't mind Kay in this role. Truth is, when the old man split up Royce and Kay, the original plan was to push Peyton and get rid of Kay. I'm glad they're at least trying some different shit with her instead of just taking another talent's job in the middle of this pandem, the middle of this wabaka. That's the last thing people need to hear is they lost their job. Now, what completely pisses me off to no end is the careless, pathetic waste of a finish in this match. Natty defeats Morgan with the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating Fruit Roll-Up. It's not even a joke anymore. Does this company even realize how many fruit roll-up victories they produce in a single damn week? Seriously! How can the old man in Stamford, Connecticut think this is acceptable? Does he even realize it? At this point, it has to be a troll. This has to be a troll job. Nobody is conducting their finisher anymore, or at least far and few in between. Every single match seems to end in a roll-up. Whether they're grabbing the tights or they're just on a walk in the park. Nobody can get their shoulder up, and it's pathetic. I say time and time again for so many reasons and instances and circumstances and situations in this company how they have zero creativity. This is just one in a plethora pile that you could choose from. No creativity. And just the finish of the match is it's the most important part. How do you not get creative? How do the agents backstage not talk to one another? I can't. Moving on. Rey Mysterio versus Baron Corbin is next. Dominic on commentary. A decent little 5 or 6 minute match here. Corbin defeats Ray with an end of days. Always a sight to see. It was not a fruit roll-up. They let a wrestler use their finisher. Now, Dominic apparently still has beef with Baron Corbin, so Ray says, I have just the perfect person to squash that beef. And I'm thinking Buddy Murphy. Does anybody remember Buddy Murphy? And Rey Mysterio's beautiful daughter Aaliyah? What happened to them? Did they check into a hotel and never came out? Did they live happily ever after? Did they get married and get a divorce? Where's Buddy Murphy? Maybe that's what Ray's talking about. Then we have the premiere of Ding Dong Hello with Bayley. I got a good laugh out of this, man. They actually have like a door in the middle of the ring. Bayley's going through it. I think she's going to have a lot of fun with this. It's just such an outrageous, stupid segment that it actually works for me. I just wish it was more up on the staging area or something a little bit different than the KO show or in all those shows. But they actually had Bianca Belair as the guest, and Bayley had Belair go through ring the bell and go through the door. She would not talk to Bianca until Bianca followed the ding dong hello rules. The whole thing's outrageous. It's stupid. And I'm digging it, man. Again, I find this more entertaining than the KO show or Miz TV. Now, I have no idea what this is supposed to lead to. They had some words and decided to have an obstacle course challenge next week. This could be funny, but I really hope we're not going to have a 2-month circus like we had with the Street Profits and the Viking Expedition Experience Raider Machine. You guys remember they were playing football, baseball, bowling, swimming, archery. I don't need to see that with these two. Cesaro versus Daniel Bryan was next. Match was decent, but only 10 minutes. In fact, less than 10 minutes. This is some 25-minute pay-per-view type shit. And on top of that, Cesaro defeats Daniel Bryan 1-2-3 after a Swiss uppercut and neutralizer. That is a huge victory for Cesaro. In fact, it makes me even more weary as to why all of a sudden Shinsuke and Cesaro are getting pushes. Again, time will tell what the old man's endgame is here. But definitely happy for Cesaro. On the flip side, D-Bry continues to lose and lose pretty damn quickly. Last week's debacle with Shinsuke Nakamura, Nakamura had already had 2 matches. D-Bry is fresh, and he can't even go 10 minutes with Shinsuke. And then this week, in less than 10 minutes, he's losing to Cesaro. That's our WrestleMania main event, possibly? That's the guy who's going to win the Royal Rumble? You have him on a losing streak? And some people on social are like, oh, I like this. He's willing to do the job. What are you talking about? There's times to do the job to everybody in the company, and then there's times to look like you're about to wrestle in the main event of WrestleMania. So the big storyline here is that Daniel Bryan is on a losing streak. He's gonna win the Royal Rumble, find his mojo, and the underdog story is gonna culminate in just 2 months? Stop it! Stop it! And again, I gotta send a shout out to my boy Cesaro for mentioning the Macarena last night. Your boy BC caught a lot of flack for talking about the Macarena a couple of weeks ago. And people were like, oh, that was from a movie, BC. And I'm like, it looked like the Macarena to me. Well, apparently to Cesaro, whatever Daniel Bryan and Otis and Gable did 2 weeks ago, that's the Macarena. Whatever they did last night, that's the Macarena. I don't care what anybody says. You got 3 dudes doing dance moves. Shout out to Cesaro for calling that shit out. Freaking Cesaro. Apollo then defeats Sami Zayn via the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating Farouk roll-up. Number 2 on the night. I can't even with this fucking company. I can't. If they don't put the care into the match itself, then why should I care about it? Why should you care about it? This isn't even worth mentioning. I don't care what happened with Big E afterwards. Moving on. The main event slot reserved for the Universal title contract signing between Roman Reigns and Adam Pearce. This was a clever segment to take Pearce out of this match. But to be honest with you guys, I actually wanted to see this. This would have been a great character building match for Roman Reigns. So far in this heel turn, it has gone flawless. Could you imagine fucking around with Adam Pearce in a last man standing match at the Rumble? Sign me up, take my money, I'm there, dude. There is no match I need to see with Kevin Owens that I haven't already seen with Roman. From TLC to just a tables match, you name it, we've seen it. But for some reason, we get Kevin Owens named as the replacement for Adam Pearce. What the fuck? We've already seen this match a couple of times within the last couple months. And this is what the interweb machine is all excited about. Yeah, Kevin Owens, Roman. Just like they're excited to see Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And the best way to get there is to have Daniel Bryan in a losing streak. Yeah, this all makes sense. That's my Kevin Owens confused face. I love that picture. I can't with this company, man, on so many levels. But, hey, a lot of people are excited to see Owens and Reigns more than Adam Pearce and Reigns. It is what it is. Nobody's taking the title off of Reigns until at least WrestleMania anyways. So at least build the character of Roman even more. That's at least going to be fun as fuck to see what they did with Roman and Pearce. But instead, we're getting a match that I've already seen. Man, I don't know. I was looking forward to what they had planned with Pearce and Roman, to be honest. But maybe I'm in the minority here. Such is life. Anyway, guys, that's your SmackDown review for January 15, 2021. I want to thank you guys. Even though these vids have been a little bit shorter this week, I tried to be very innovative, a little more extra creative, and send even more amplification to you guys out. So even though they're shorter and I couldn't be in front of the camera for you guys, I wanted to at least give you guys content and full amplification. So it looks like you guys enjoyed the content this week. And hopefully I can give you guys a bonus next week and not just be in front of the camera, but maybe even a live stream. I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Much love and respect to all you guys. Subscribe, please. Means a lot, especially with the tube always taking people off. And again, go Pack, go! A big Green Bay Packer playoff game tonight. Let's whoop that ass.